Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make something with this nice piece of robinia, the black locust. And it will be a platter and I will use this laser. I'm not affiliate link. I bought this laser with my own money. I don't have much money, but I bought it. And I will try to make some nice things with it. So I think I will go in for a platter. And I want to put some zodiac signs on it. Let's go. And as usual, we start with rounding off the blank. It's the first time for me I turn such a big piece. I never turned that diameter yet on my lathe. And it's quite a chunky thing, very much balanced also, so I take it slowly, don't want to risk some accident. And with the medicines I have to take to liquefy my blood, it's better to keep it safe. And sometimes I wake up in the morning and I see these green and blue spots on my skin, and I wonder, what did I do this time? I have no idea, and it's not hurting, but it's the medicines I take. So better be careful then. And as I don't like to speak too much in my videos, I only want to make the necessary comments. So now and then I suggest to sit down, relax, and just watch the images. That's what I did to learn wood turning anyway. I never took classes or whatever. I just watched the videos on internet and I loved it. It was so hypnotizing. So sit down, relax, and enjoy the techniques I show on the images. See you later. Oh yeah, and I forgot, if you like my video, please subscribe. It will certainly help me out and it will stimulate me to do some more videos. Also, if you have some remarks, questions, or ideas how I can improve my work or my videos, please leave them in the comments. Thank you. Here I go to mark out the bottom part where I want the plate to sit on. Donc, it's the wood who touched the table, and I follow shaping the rest of the outside. So here I've sand the outside till 240, and after I will turn the bowl or the platter around and start hollowing the inside. I took special care with the speed of this platter or ball. As you can see, there is a big crack in the wood. I knew it wasn't going all the way through, but I didn't know till how deep the crack was going, so better take care. As the crack was really worrying me, I decided to fill it up with super glue and shavings and try to keep it all together. So in the hope that it will not break loose and that I could finally get rid of this crack. Let's see. So it turned out the crack was getting less deep, and finally I will get rid of it completely, almost completely. And as you can see, I check very often. I check the thickness of the wall, as I knew there is still a weak spot because of the crack, and I certainly don't want to go too thin here. And it's a big platter, and I want to give it some meat, especially on the bottom. As I had some wobbling in the platter, I had to reshape a little bit the outside again. But soon after, I start sanding the in and the outside till 240 grit. And to nourish the wood and to fill in some grain, I used Danish oil to soak in. When the oil was dry, I made some markers to where I want to put my laser engravings later on. And as you can see, I have to turn around every time before in front of my lathe and to use my indexing. As with this lathe I really like, but for one reason I don't know, they put the indexing counter on the front side. So every time I have to look in front of the lathe, as you can see where I am. Well, a little bit strange. Okay, so now I'm at my desk with my new laser. It's the first time I use it. And I'm really sorry for the little out of focus shot we have here. It will be better later on. So I start with the laser engraving center image. And after you will see around, I will engrave the pieces of the Zodiac. When you use a laser, well, it's necessary to protect your eyes, of course, but also to put some fan, because you need some airflow. It's quite smoky, and which will interfere with the burnings. So this was the centerpiece, as you can see, and now I will start to engrave the Zodiac signs. And so there they are, all 12 signs of the Zodiac. Normally I was a little bit, I should erase the pencil lines, but I was inspired by that. And so I start to fill in a sort of design I wanted to enhance with the pyrography. So with some wood burning, as you can see here. It's like a little web-like figure which ends in some stipulation with points. I think it's quite nice. And as it was the first time I used not only the laser but also the wood burning, so the pyrography, I don't know, my hands were a little bit shaky. Maybe it's age also, I don't know. But I was a little bit scared to mess it all up. But it turned out to be okay. And as you can see, some little errors or lines you don't want, you can erase by using a small fine blade. Yeah, and now the outside. So on the outside, I want to make a special carved or structured pattern with some nice color. We'll see. I start with some big holes with the cut saw cutter, and I will let it flow into a more subtle pattern, as you can see here, with little points and little holes, and which I continued on the rim. So I fill in the big holes with a special orange metal-like paint, and as you can see, it will flow over in for the little holes. I will do a more pinky-like water-based color. And then it's time to use some mica powders, like I like to do very often. As you can see, I start off with the yellow, and I have 4 others waiting there. Finally, I did not use them all. I think I only used 3 colors. I'm not sure. And I tried to distribute the colors and the big holes evenly. And unfortunately, I don't have the footage, but when all the points are done, I will go over the outside, so really on the top of the holes, as you can see here, with the bluish paint. So it's really, all the points are really standing out now. And after fixing the powders with some lacquer spray, I continue on the rim, as you can see here, and I decided also to burnish, to make the markings with the wood with some pyrography. So I burn the wood to let it stand out. And I do this, as you can see here, on the rim, but also on the outside of the party we saw before. And then it's time to finish the outside with some coats of lacquer spray, and to turn around the ball or the platter and to clean up the bottom too, and to make a nice shiny surface for my logo that I will laser in. And I must say, I'm very, very happy with the result. It looks great. I'm always a little bit afraid to mess up a project. There is always something on my shoulders, some weight on my shoulders. But this time, I'm really, really happy with the result. I hope you like it too, and thank you for watching. See you next time.